Welcome back, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, to the super, not funny show reviews. And today I'm reviewing the Mayfair Witches, episode number 4. It's called Curiouser and Curiouser. Come to you from AMC, streaming on AMC Plus. So, what did I think about it, and should you be watching? Before we get to the review, get down there, hit the like button on this video. We've reached the halfway point, I would assume, of the Mayfair Witches show. And things are really starting to ramp up. I would say that at this point in the show, they've been kind of slow walking. I'm not going to lie. Been kind of slow walking. Even with that kind of horrific death in the previous episode. But in this one, we kind of have the aftermath of that. Rowan has been identified. Cortland knows where she is. Aunt Carlotta knows where she is. Lasher knows where she is. And he's making moves. We saw that sort of on the last episode. Now he's really making moves. But in the meantime, Ciprien is trying to keep her, protected from all of that. Not really sure what Lasher's going to do. Let me just say, things that get in his way don't tend to live very well. See also that bloody corpse in the bottom of the basement of the Mayfair house on 1st Street, which is terrible. If you were wondering whether or not Aunt Carlotta was any good, now she sucks, and so does the other aunt, whatever her name was. Either way, in this episode, Ciprien, he's kind of called away on Talamasca business to check out what's going on with a seemingly possessed man, and let's just say it comes to a kind of horrifying end, but Ciprien kind of gets to see, come face to face, I guess you will, with who or what Lasher is, in a very interesting way. We get, and I think that really kind of reveals more about his character. He's not afraid to step in there as be an active and member of the Talamasca, not just a watcher. Rowan, meanwhile, sort of on her own, after they go to the funeral for her mother. And it's quite an affair, of course. But after the funeral, Ciprien had been called away. She goes to the Mayfair house on her own, and there she's introduced to her family that she hadn't known before this, and there's quite a few of them. She gets kind of I guess they're kind of politicking, telling her that she's basically the heir and everything that's going to happen is up to her. And it's clear that some of these people know who Lasher is, and some people don't. And it's a big old New Orleans, party thanks to Cortland Mayfair. So there's jockeying, I suppose, between different people to kind of get in Rowan's favor. And meanwhile, and all the while, you have sniping between Cortland and Aunt Carlotta. And you also, I love the introduction of different, younger members. You have Cortland's daughter, which I wish I knew her name, but you have Cortland's daughter, and then you have a cousin of hers named Tess, who clearly is like she's one of the younger generations, and she's really quite taken with Rowan as a person, and that all leads to Rowan sort of being invited to dinner. She sticks around. And the mystique and the mystery of the house and Lasher really kind of takes her. We see earlier in the episode that Lasher kind of plays on her attraction to Ciprien to sort of begin again. His seduction is going on strong, and it all leads to a fated dinner that turns murderous. Let's say it turns murderous on the part of Aunt Carlotta, and also leads Ciprien to make a heroic effort to save. And so all the way, I think I more or less covered everything that happened. So all the way around, I really like this episode. In fact, I'll say this is my favorite episode of the series so far. There's forward movement, and I didn't mention it, but there is some backstory, like way back in Scotland, that's sort of, I guess, explaining how the first Mayfair matriarch eventually becomes attached to Lasher. it's clear, she's going to be a witch, and there's other women and that's out, they're mourning the death of her mentor, and they're out, sort of doing, more pagan stuff related to mourning. So we're sort of being led up to that, again, where she is. And then we also see, thanks to, Carlotta, and actually thanks to Cortland's daughter, that we see that there are, 12 matriarchs, and she names them, she names them all and everything, and about what they're about, and notes the key and everything. And we see that, Rowan gets the key necklace also, and she, as if she's drawn to it, because it is her birthright. But it's clear Lasher is having some real effect on her while she's in the house. And again, that leads Carlotta to basically say, well, he has you, so I got to kill you, and to start a fire and everything like that to try to. And Ciprien comes to the rescue. It's all really good stuff. Like, I really enjoy all of these things that are going on. In this episode, it doesn't bother me so much the kind of, I call it the cheesy TV effects, because in a way they work better for what Lasher's doing. The thing is, he's very subtle as a as a presence, as a entity, or he doesn't slam doors or possess people so easily, even though you can see he clearly does when he kills the person who murdered Dierdre. So all that that's going on, it looks better in a way, because it's, like I said, sort of cheesy effects. And there's not as many effects in this one either. This is a lot of the drama that's going on here is between people. Again, the politicking between the various people in the Mayfair family, knowing that Rowan doesn't know them at all, and so they have a clean slate, and they can sort of start making their case for whatever to be closer or further away. Especially, you can tell that, and we know also that Cortland is he's in cahoots with Lasher anyway. So kind of seeing that he's doing his part to get Lasher in there is very interesting. And Carlotta turning out to be terrible. Is that a surprise? She literally knew this other woman for 40 years as a nurse, and threw her straight at Lasher just because she let Dierdre go. Horrible. That was so gross and so terrible. And she sucks, and hopefully I'm glad that some shit happened to her. But just all the way around, I really like Ciprien and the way he's sort of engaging with Rowan. I like that Rowan, she kind of comes in as this sort of wide-eyed doe, but now she's really starting to come to, I realize, I think, that she can assert herself more in this situation now that she's gotten over the shock. And she's a strong presence, actually. Cortland, he's genteel, but there's some sinister crap going on with him. And I just really look forward to the rest of the Mayfair family hopefully being a little more prominent in there. And I've noted that we have not seen Mona Mayfair. I wonder if they aged her up, or maybe Tess is the Mona replacement. I really hope not, because she's a pretty interesting figure in the story. So either way, I think if you're into the Immortal Universe, this is definitely a good episode for you. But anyway, what do you guys think about this episode? What do you think about what I had to say? Get down to the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. And, of course, you can always hit me up, supernotfunnyshow@gmail.com, or at supernotfunnys1 on Twitter. And do me a favor, get down there, hit the like button on this video, hit the subscription button and the notification button. All of that helps with the algorithm so more people see these videos and helps to grow the channel. All right, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, thanks for joining me. Come back next week. We got episode 5 of Mayfair Witches. Till then, I've been Mo Pay, your resident fabricant and comment extraordinaire on all things pop culture. And I'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.